Whereas like David now hasn't posted a YouTube video in months, and every single time he posts anything now, it's just like, when's the vlog coming back? When are you posting again? Like there's all this pressure for him to post. And that's another thing that comes with being like a digital personality, is like you're so much more connected to your audience because these people are right here, they're commenting, they're liking, they're like literally in your face. Whereas like when you're a movie star or something, or on TV playing a character, you're not yourself, you know, like people don't know who you are personally. It's a different world when you're literally being yourself, and people are obsessed and like, you know, they love seeing you.
But that's also another crazy cool thing about what you guys do, is like people, especially because like I know you, like I actually don't like, did David do the whole, like when did you become his assistant? Was it like midway or was it from the beginning?
No, it was like he just started getting like, he was getting like probably like 1 million to maybe 2 million views on a YouTube video like that. He was like, his channel was really picking up, and he was like, oh my God, like I really have something going here. I need some help like putting it all together. So I came out like 3 years ago.
With that being said, like you didn't even like seek this out, and like you didn't, it was just something that was like, here you go, and everyone loves you, you know, like you were yourself. And I've said this to like other YouTubers, and like you guys, it's like it must be such a nice feeling, like knowing that you are just your authentic self or whatever, like not, you know, and people accept the weird, stupid like parts of you that they see. Like with actors, they're playing a part, and people love to romanticize about them, and like they're just fun and they're iconic and whatever. But like YouTubers like are truly being rewarded for who they are, you know. It's like they're like their actual souls.
That's true.
And so exactly, authenticity.
It's also like a double-edged sword, because it's like the more you give of yourself, the more people know, the more there is to like critique and comment on. And I found that like very true. Like originally, for the first year that I was working with David, he never put me in a video. Not that he didn't want me to, but he just didn't know what that line was of like, if I start putting her in content, is she gonna gain this following, and then what's gonna happen, because like I'm an employee, like I'm working for him, like I'm a part of his business. And so there was always that fine line. And then he started putting me in the videos, and people liked it, and they liked that I had like this, like I was his high school friend, and like this authentic friendship, and all this in the dynamic between like a girl and a guy, and we were living together, you know, all these different like variables. And now or at least when we were posting more often, I was in every single video. And it's like, when I was first in the content, like people would be like, oh my God, this girl, she's so cute, like I wonder who she is, like you know, all this like optimism and like positivity about, like I was like, oh my God, this is awesome. and but then gradually like people start to get to know you a little more, and there's more for them to like judge, and so like the negativity starts coming in a little bit more. Comes with everything.
Well, like the more people that love you, the more people are gonna hate you. You know what I mean? Like it's just like scaling up, you know, and like statistics.
I mean, there's definitely moments where like I literally want to kill David, and I get so fucking frustrated. Like I can't deal with him. Sometimes I'm like, why do you do the things you do? Like it drives me crazy. What I do right now, and like the world that I live in, and the friends that I've made and everything, like I wouldn't trade it for a single thing. And like honestly, moving to LA and pursuing this whole thing, even though I had no idea what the hell I was doing, like was the best decision I ever made. Are there parts of it that are like difficult and tough sometimes? Yeah, but there's just so many, like I'm just
you
so
don't
glad.
look back.
I just have no
You're
regrets.
just like, this is it.
No regrets.
Walk me through an average day.
I literally get this question, this and like, what's it like to work with David? You know, those are the two questions I get all the time. You know, because you just went through it, and it was crazy. I have the mornings to myself, which is great. That's when I like try to get my shit done, like my personal shit. Otherwise, like David wakes up at 11, and it's a lot of, he's literally like a big child. Like that's what it is. It's like taking care of a kid that's also running like a multi-million-dollar business. It's very complicated. We do so many random things. Like we just came out with the perfume. We have like a app that we're doing. He has merchandise, and like the YouTube video and TikTok's got to make a TikTok all the time. And there's all these random things. So I don't really have like a typical day, but it's just, even when we're not physically like moving or creating something, we're like doing emails or taking phone calls, or, you know, surfing TikTok, like looking for other like ideas of what to create, like what to make. I feel like a lot of the times too, people watch the videos and they're like, oh my God, your life is so crazy. Like you guys are doing the craziest things. Like we do really awesome things, but like the videos are 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Your week is like, you know, 100 hours, whatever. 100, it's 100 hours. Like, no, but, math. You know, there's like a lot of time in a week, and so you only see a glimpse of it. It's like mentally nonstop, physically like going most of the time, but not. I mean, it wasn't really until recently, probably like this year, where we've gotten any sort of negativity. Usually it's so positive, and we're like constantly making, like, even if somebody didn't like a bit in a video, there was always a video coming like 2-3 days later that would just be like new content, and it's like refreshing. I mean, we really don't do anything that's that terrible.
No, you guys don't. You
know what's crazy? I'll just fucking randomly ramble in every direction, but I recently started dating Todd.
Okay. I had no idea.
Surprise. And it's so funny because like I feel like my comments when I was single were like so positive and like, you know, whatever random men are like hitting on me on the comments or whatever. And now that like I'm in a relationship, like the whole like dynamic has like changed. And I mean, I'm the same person. People are like, oh my God, she's changed. It's just funny how like the internet turns on you like so quickly.
It doesn't make sense of things. Yeah. It's rewarding that. There's like an aspect of it that's, it's not for debating. It's for fast comments that are going to rile you up and get under your skin. Right. And then also Twitter like feels like the whole world is against you. It feels like if people are coming after you.
Everybody also like mutually knows like Twitter is a, you know, very negative space.
A problem with Twitter in that sense is like the whole algorithm aspect of it. You go on Twitter, the people you follow, they're going to recommend more people to follow that you already follow and that your friends follow. So then your Twitter becomes its own like filtered world that you live in. And then people think that that world is the only world. And that if they find someone with a different opinion to them, that they're insane because that person's living in their own opinionated filtered world with their friends and their political views maybe and their views on this and like who they like and then this person's, and they literally think that both of them think that each other's insane. And it's like this weird algorithm. I actually think it's like part of why we're so divided, especially like politically, because politically are always going to be two different sides, but it's like Twitter has made this so crazy and so separated that I'm contemplating making 2 political accounts just to like see both sides and talk to both and maybe like humanize them a little bit more and like not hate this side and not hate this side, but like let's talk. Like I'll put like MAGA or something in one thing and then put like a gay flag in the other, and I'll just talk to both and just world.
It's funny because Twitter is like this app that's meant to like generate a conversation, right? But it also like inhibits that. Like you were saying, like there's this, you know, a small character count. Like you can't really say everything you want to say. You have to like shorten it up. And also if you disagree, and maybe it's the people more so than like, I don't want to hate on Twitter. If I tweet something and somebody disagrees in my replies, putting in the effort to like disagree back with that person and go back and forth on this thing, like people have their differences, right? My whole thing is like, I don't understand why people, like when I see somebody comment something so hateful on my stuff, on anybody's things, I'm like, why would you even take the time out of your day to comment that and like, and then encourage other people to like it and engage with it? It's just like, what are you gaining from that? I don't, but I've like called people out. And then as soon as I do that, like these are people that follow, like why do you even follow me if you want to like hate and be negative or whatever, right? And so then I'll like comment back and I'll be like, you know, whatever, some sassy shit I'll say. And they'll be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry I said that. I love you, Natalie. I'm like, you little fucker. Like, why did you do that in the first place then? It's just fucked up.
Dude, it is. Like, it is so fucked.
Social media, man. That's why we're starting Dispo to promote authenticity online.
Wait, what is Dispo? Explain.
So ideally, it isn't this yet, but right now it's just a disposable camera app. It's developing into its own little like social platform of sorts where like people will have like an actual profile. You can post pictures. It'll go on your feed. It'll have that whole thing like similar to like an Instagram sort of feel. You'll still be taking pictures in app on that disposable camera. And right now, this is one of the features we have right now and it'll stay this way. You take as many pictures as you want, but they don't develop until 9 a.m. the next morning, similar to a disposable camera. Yeah. Another thing is like, let's say like it's Charlotte's birthday or whatever, and you have like 10 of your friends, whatever, going to dinner. You can all have like the Dispo app. You can make like a camera roll that's like Charlotte's birthday, and everybody can take all their pictures, and at 9 a.m. the next morning, if you've selected for them to go into the Charlotte's birthday camera roll, they'll all develop. So like next morning you can see like all the crazy shit you guys got into. Just like a little fun thing, but it'll be like its own little social platform. Like you're not editing it, like you're not editing the pictures. It's just like a film photo.
That the authenticity that you cannot edit it. It's weird almost. Like, have you noticed this? Like, I'm sure you have, like going out in LA, if someone's like recording something on their phone, like taking photos, it's like don't do that. Like, we know what you're doing, you're putting it on your story, you're doing some weird shit. But if it's a film camera,
people are like, yeah,
let's go. Because like, you know, like that person's just trying to capture a moment. Like it's nothing to do with like, I'm gonna put this on my story later. It's just like us having fun and like, let's get photos of the night. And I like that because you can't say like, let me see what it looked like. You can't do that.
Exactly.
It doesn't exist. And then you also have a select amount of shots, so you're not taking a photo shoot of your friends on the stairs outside a catch. Like it's like one and done. Next photo. Let's go. I like that.
No, that's the idea. And then like it's less about like, you know, having one curated picture. Like on Instagram, there's like, it's more about just like posting like whatever you want, you know, because you're capturing all these pictures on film.
It does a pretty good job. It does look like film.
Yeah.
I've seen like random of my friends have it, and I'm just like, I don't say anything. I'm like, that's cool.
I've literally the same thing has happened to me before where like I'll be out and I'll literally see somebody using the Dispo app and I'm like,
I don't think they know it's David's though.
Most people don't know it's David's. Yeah.
Is it called? Is his name in it?
Originally it was David's Disposable, but now it's Dispo, so it doesn't have David's name in it.
It's cute. Like,
it's funny, but she'll be like, I knew like you were gonna end up in Hollywood and like all this stuff. I'm like, Mom, you did not know. But
I just got chills. Dead ass. just got chills. I don't know why.
Oh my god. But yeah, so she'll like say stuff like that, and like she definitely like put that into my head a little bit. Never thought I would ever be here regardless anyway, because I didn't know how to do that. My younger self would probably be like, yeah, this is sick, Natalie, keep it up.
Do you ever like, I don't know, like I found myself when I first moved to LA and like my life started changing in different ways, or I just was like in these rooms. I didn't understand how I was in this room. Like I was just like, it didn't like, I couldn't conceptualize it. I was like, why the fuck am I here right now? I remembered like the first couple years, like I noticed it was like cool to stop being excited about it. And so I think I did that to a degree. You just desensitize. Like you're just like, hey, this is like, I'm now like, when I first went to houses like this, I was so like, oh my God. And then like now I'm going to houses like this, I don't give a shit. Like this is the same old whatever. And like, then I kind of reverted back in like the last like, or like maybe like 2 years after that, I was like, why am I doing this? Like, I feel like you should always continue to be excited. Right. Even like, cause you're used to it, you know? And like, this is like your life and you're so like, and I get it because I did the same shit. You just like get used to it and you start taking it for granted, like how special your life is. But like your life is so fucking sick. Like you literally get to work with your friends and you get to live in like fucking LA. Like even that alone, like living in California, crazy. Like living in Los Angeles, living in like a beautiful home with a view and like having people who adore your personality and like accept you for you. Like that is just the coolest thing. Like I don't know. Like I feel like every day I would wake up just like so excited, like for the blessings that you have.
I feel like, I mean, I'm a person like my personality has always been like very like chill and mellow.
Yeah, like low tempo.
Yeah. Very like whatever. David is very like, I mean, he's all over the place, but he's very like high all the time. And like he'll have moments where he'll wake up and he'll come into the living room and I'll be like sitting there and he'll be like, Natalie, look at this place. Look at this place. It's insane. Can you imagine? Did you ever think we'd be living here? Like, look at this. It's so beautiful. Look at this view. Look at this couch. Look at like, all this stuff. And it's like, it's very humbling.
Yeah.
So that's like one of the perks of him being a child.
Being a child. I love that you like relate that to child. Like, but it is to a degree, I get what you're saying.
He gets like, we would be filming with, you know, doing one crazy thing and then on the next, and we'd edit it, post it, whatever. And we're on to the next, you know, video, next thing to do. I would forget, like even like 2019 was probably the craziest year of my entire life. Nonstop, so many things that we were doing. I was excited for 2020 to like be able to just like continue this pace of like all this crazy stuff we were doing. It was like really good for both David and I to like take a step back and like slow down, really like appreciate like what we're doing and like and the people that we get to interact with and like the opportunities that we have, because I feel like things were just happening so fast that it was just like there wasn't even time to like be grateful or like think about it and process like, holy shit, this is our lives. So I feel like being able to like take a step back and slow down has like really helped the both of us like